Hey Collective, it's Intuitive Pisces Moon and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. I truly appreciate your time and energy exchange. I am going to extend a reading that I pulled in the shorts for today. I just wanted to go a little deeper on this energy. I was called to spread this message to you all. So that's what this is going to be today. I ask for wisdom, guidance, protection, and strength for myself and the collective as we move through this energy. May it reach who it needs to reach, when it needs to reach it. These readings are timeless, so whenever you come across it, it is for you. That is when you are meant to find it. All right, let's jump right in. All right, I actually had to relight my candle here. I lit it before I started and then it went out. I'm getting a sense, and I did in actually a previous reading as well, that there's some interference that wants to come through here. So we're going to ignore that and we're going to keep moving because that's what we're here to do, right? So you may in your life be sensing some sort of opposition, some sort of difficulty, and we'll talk about that a little bit. But the biggest, hardest part of this is to trudge through it and to acknowledge the opposition, the difficulty, but to keep going anyways. All right, so we're going to look at the cards here. We're going to extend this. We'll go deeper on this. I did pull additional cards to get more messages, and we'll see what this difficulty is. So let's start with the first card. This is balance, centered energy, and self-care. So balance is not always easy. And for some of us, what are we balancing? Our head and our heart. Maybe we're balancing our spiritual selves and our human, earthly self. Maybe some of us are balancing our feminine and masculine energies. Whatever this balance is for you, it feels like you're walking this tightrope, okay? It's not an easy thing to do. Nobody is trying to make you feel like it is easy. But what I'm getting here is that you're figuring it out. Even if you fall, you get back up. You put your energy back into something. You do this balance act again. And I'm also hearing that you've been through this before. So whatever the energy is that you're putting into this balance act, you have fallen before, but you've always gotten back up. And so Spirit's asking you to tap into that energy at this time of how many times you've fallen, but always have gotten back up and persevered through it. The next one that we have here is up from the depths. So we have releasing difficulty. So I am getting for some of you that we are still in this process, which is totally fine. You know, all of us are here at different levels, different steps of the journey. Some of us are at the bottom, rock bottom, I'm hearing, in the midst of all the darkness. And some of us are closer to the top where we can see that light and we're just working our way towards it. Whatever step you're on and whatever leg of the journey that you're on, the biggest thing that I'm getting here with this is not to compare your journey with someone else's. So if you're seeing someone else at the bottom of the stairs in that difficult, dark period of their life, you may want to turn around and help them up, okay, in any way that you can without actually carrying them up the stairs. I want to be clear about that. We are being called at this time to help those who need our help, but without damaging your own progress. If you can reach them from the step you're on and help them up that next step, great. But don't go back down those stairs to save someone who's not willing to save themselves. I feel like so many of you need to hear that, right? You are headed up the stairs. You are headed towards this light, this ascension. And there are going to be people at the bottom who have no desire whatsoever to take this journey. And maybe when you grab that hand of the person who's down on the step lower than you, they try to pull you down with them. Spirit is calling you not to look back and to keep going forward. Now, again, if you can help your fellow person without damaging your own progress, then do it. That's part of our mission. That's part of helping humanity. But under no circumstances are we to do the work for anyone else, because it doesn't work that way. It just doesn't. You can reach for them, help them up off their feet, but from there they must do the work themselves, just as you have had to. And then this last one here, we have relaxation, peaceful pursuits, and happy times. Look at this is a person in a hammock just chilling. I love this imagery because it literally is just nothingness. What a beautiful feeling. It is absolute peace. Happy times. It's the I don't have to worry about anything. So you went from having to worry and balance your life and figure things out, fall down, get back up. This has taught you how to rise from the depths of difficulty. And we're now entering this happy, peaceful pursuit time where things are going to come easier for us. The big message in this as well is for you to understand that not everything must be difficult, right? To have beauty in your life. And when I say to have beauty, what does that mean? Everybody has their different interpretation of that. If you are seeking something, it is also seeking you. What the main message here is you don't have to, as my son would call it, be a try-hard. You actually don't have to try hard at all. You are meant to live this life of ease and for happiness to just be you. So if you feel that you are trying too hard at something and you're still not able to get past something in your life, it might be time to let that go. Now, we do have the wheel here, Wheel of Fortune. There is something that wants to turn, like ending a cycle to start a new one. There is something here that wants to release so that the new energy can't flow in. And we have the Chariot here as well, which again is forward movement. There is something inside of you that really truly desires this peaceful, happy times. And there might still be a part of you that's hanging on to something from the past, this difficult energy. Maybe it's just the notion that in order to have this, it must be difficult to acquire. And I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, I have heard that message so many times in my life. You talk to many of the older generations, and they're going to tell you that you can't have this without working your butt off to get it. And that is simply not true. Everybody's version of how hard we work to get something is different. And maybe what some of you are hanging on to too much is that notion that I must bust my ass in order to get to this. Like, there's a phrase that says, you do what you have to do now in order to be able to do what you want to do later. Something like that. So some of you think that what you have to do is hard. Like, I must do this uphill battle in order to achieve this life of ease. And you know what? Some people got there doing it that way. And that's okay. That's their journey. That's really what I was talking about with this card here, and not comparing ourselves to other people and their version of the journey or where they're at currently. Some people did struggle to get this. And so some of them are exerting that energy onto you, collective, and making you feel that your journey must also look like that. And here's the thing, it really doesn't. If you struggle, it does not mean you're going to end up with this. To some people, that is what it means. It means if I work hard and struggle through something, I can have this. But also understand that having this peaceful, happy times, can be part of your everyday routine. And that's where this self-care and this centered energy is coming in. There's going to be times in the day where you are going to be working at something. You're going to be charging forward towards whatever it is you're trying to create for your life, for your happiness, your peaceful pursuits. There's also going to be times where you're trudging through this difficulty. What Spirit's asking you to do is, instead of looking at this in a linear sense, look at it at all of your nows combined into something. The power of now, right? Tolle Eckhart. What are we doing with today, right now, in this moment? Are we struggling right now because we think that this is going to bring us this happy times later? Spirit wants you to know that you can take these happy times and this self-care now and still have it later. Some people have been led to believe that being peaceful or relaxing is laziness. And I am here to inform you, again, it's simply not true. Let's break out of the habit of feeling that relaxation and self-care equals laziness. Some of you feel that if you're not moving forward, that you're stuck, you're stagnant. You know, maybe you're stuck on this one stair and you cannot get off of it, and you feel that if you stop or slow down or do anything that's for you, that you'll never be able to proceed again. And again, I have heard that message. Like, if you quit now, you'll never pick it back up and go for it again. You'll just give up on it. So listen, your intuition knows what your body needs, knows what self-care is, how to acquire it, when to use it. I'm going to tell you an example of me in my life. When I wake up in the morning, I am not doing anything. I'm going to drink my coffee. I'm going to sit and chill. Maybe I might journal a little bit. Maybe I might paint or draw a little bit. Maybe I might pull some cards. But it is a very me time. Relaxation time. And I don't feel lazy at all. Not one bit. I feel no guilt or shame whatsoever in taking that time in the morning for me. In fact, I have allowed myself that because I know it's part of my daily routine now. And if I don't get that, something always feels off the whole rest of the day. I have a similar routine at night. I know exactly what time I start to get tired and what time I need to start to head towards the bedroom. And again, do some meditation, reading maybe, whatever else I feel called to do. Rituals, maybe some yoga. But the thing is your body, your spirit already knows the answer here. And you're going to create your own routine. And I want you to release the guilt around taking that for yourself. You've earned it. You deserve it. It's yours. All right. So let's go a little deeper into this. I am going to show you some additional tarot cards that came up with this. So the first one that came up was Nine of Pentacles. There is some part of you that knows deep in your heart that you can be happy with what you have and not need to struggle to have it. I'm also seeing the Nine of Swords. So we have 2 9s here and then a 10. So 9 of Swords is being all up in your head about something. Now, what I found interesting is we have 2 white birds here. What we have is, with the 9 of Swords, a bunch of black birds, which is like the darkness, right? This is about the difficulty. This is about anxiety, fear, worry, all that stuff. But then you have this one white bird here, which mimics this white bird over here. It's like the difference between this and this is your mental state. Are you able to let something go within your mind as to how you're perceiving something to be? Because that's what's keeping you trapped here. Your mind can tend to control where you feel you should be at this moment, how you should spend your time. This could also be outdated thinking. I'm just going to say it as that. So for the ones of you who overthink situations, air signs in particular, you're being asked right now to allow these moments of self-care and relaxation, because this is what's going to bring you this 9 of Pentacles energy, and to help take you out of this 9 of Swords energy. The 9 of Swords energy is no fun. It's like you're sitting up worrying constantly about anything and everything. And I am getting that it's not even you that's putting yourself there. It's other people. It's other people's points of views, other people's opinions of who you should be, how you should do things, whatever it is that's keeping you feeling this way. So I also got the Lovers, which brings us to a choice. The choice that's coming up for you in this moment is, how are you going to steer this chariot forward? You can either sit here in this misery feeling, this anxiety, this worry, this fear, and give up. With the Balancing, you can choose to fall and stay down. Or you can keep going. Because the Chariot is here to remind you that if you can find that balance within you, this is what you get at the end. And because the Wheel of Fortune is here, you're being favored, guided, blessed through this process. But don't let these people that are still at the bottom of the stairs, that have no desire to get up and do the work themselves, keep you down. All right, I'm going to keep going here. Ooh-wee. So a few other cards that came out. We got the Sun, which is healing energy, happiness, comfort, and joy. Some of you need to get out into the sunshine. It's such a funny thing. But I'm getting that some of you, because you're so in this, I'm getting like trap of the mind feeling, that you haven't seen the sun in a while. Like you haven't been outside in nature to absorb the beautiful sun energy. And again, maybe out of fear. It's like you have this nighttime scene here where this person is laying in this hammock. Maybe you find your peace at night. You're a night owl and you haven't seen the light of day like a vampire, right? But the sun is very healing energy. So we do have happiness and happy times here. Healing energy, comfort, joy. This might also be some of you who need to tap into your solar plexus energy. Maybe you haven't gone outside for some purpose. Let's talk about that for a second. Why haven't you gone outside in a while? What is it that you fear about that? Is it interactions with other people? Is it certain conversations you're trying to avoid? Is it sunburn? Is it allergies? I'm getting most strongly with this Nine of Swords that it's more the fear of leaving the comfort of your home. Like, I haven't been outside in a while because the last time I went outside, blah, 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 something happened. Whatever that was, the something. So, I just haven't gone outside. We also have Pine Tree, which is vitality, longevity, and perseverance. Now, this is telling me that so many of you have already overcome so much in your life. So much. And that part of this releasing difficulty is no worse than anything that you've already been through. So, with this vitality, longevity, perseverance, Spirit again is asking you to go back and remember all the times that you may have fallen down in your life and got back up. That's where you're drawing your strength from right now. And also the will to keep moving forward. That's that perseverance. What is it that motivates you to keep going? That's what Spirit is asking you to derive your energy from at this moment. All right, then we have this. We have Eternal Center. This is Guru, protection, and peace. Look, peace came up again. On the card here it says, there is a place within me, still, calm, steady, eternal. There is a place within you that is begging for this energy, this peaceful, happy times, and that knows that you can achieve it and wants to move forward towards it. This is the place within you that Spirit's asking you to trust and to tap into at this time. So however you find that place within you, that strong, powerful energy, that light that exudes from within you, whether it be in meditation, maybe it's creative pursuits. Maybe there's artwork you do, writing you do, singing you do, music you make. Whatever the thing is that brings that out in you is your passion. And Spirit's asking you to tap into that right now. Because not only do you need it, but it needs you. So go within yourself and find this power, this light, this magnetism, and use it as you go through this. Then I also have emotions, alchemy, processing, and sensitivity. This is honoring the flow of all the emotions. So again, we have 9 of Swords here. Maybe some of the emotions that you're going through at this time are difficult. And Spirit's asking you to alchemize whatever this overthinking, anxiety, worry, fear is that's coming up in you. Alchemize it into this burning passion to move forward towards the life that you desire. Also, I just saw 333. For you to tap into the energy of what it is that you desire. Have any of you made a vision board or done, I'm trying to think of what they call it. It's like a meditation where you imagine what your life looks like once you get there. Like if you're not there yet, what does it feel like? What does it look like? What does it smell like? What does it, taste like? Can you taste that life? Maybe it's champagne and caviar. I don't know. But for some of you, maybe you don't even know yet what this could possibly feel like. And so you're uncertain at this time. And that's totally acceptable because we're processing something. We are releasing difficulty. We are getting rid of this fear, worry, anxiety that is potentially more from the people around us that have exerted it on us, right? I'm imagining someone at the bottom of these stairs going, well, I couldn't do this in my lifetime, therefore you can't. Like I can't possibly see how you could manage that because I wasn't able to figure it out. And you're here going, guess what? I am figuring it out and I'm doing it. I also want to show you the bottom of the deck on this one. Look at this. Achievement, completion, reward. What's your reward? This comfort, this joy, this beautiful, happy times, peaceful energy. There are so many people out there that this energy eludes them. They have no idea how to acquire it. And here you are doing it. People are going to be baffled by you. Like, how in the heck did you do this? They're going to want to know your secrets. They're also going to try to convince you that the way you're doing it is wrong. Because again, it's not the way they did it. Or the way they perceive that it should be done. I do also have this beneath the surface, which is hidden truths and something unknown. I'm getting that these are more the emotions. So as you are doing all of this work beneath the surface, some stuff may come up. So it's okay to let it come up and then keep moving forward. It's like you're processing something, alchemizing it into something else, which is love or motivation or passion towards something. And it's going to bring you these happy times, this peace, this joy, this comfort. that you are meant to have in this lifetime. I'm going to show you the bottom of the deck here because a whole bunch flowed out of this that I just couldn't believe there was like more energy to flow through this. So we have the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight represents something that you asked for, and it's being brought back to you. You asked for something solid. Maybe it was material solidarity, like a solid foundation. Here's the Knight of Pentacles saying, I got it for you. And this is Spirit's way of confirming for you that as you move forward in this balanced manner, that you will be taken care of. Underneath that, we have the Magician. The Magician is letting you know that you have everything that you need within yourself to create this life. Underneath that, the Eight of Wands. This means that as you alchemize your life into something that you want it to be, you have all these opportunities and doors opening for you. And it's coming in fast. Wand energy is fast energy. You're getting offers for something, and these are solid offers. They're offers that are going to reinforce whatever it is that you're working on here. Underneath that, we have the Sun again. Maybe you're being called to work outdoors, but I'm getting that the Sun energy is revitalizing energy. And this could also represent summer to some of you. You know, the sun came out again. Look at that. Underneath that is the Ten of Pentacles. I cannot make this stuff up. You are destined to have this life of luxury, this life that you built on a solid foundation. And believe it or not, it's going to come easily for you. You will not have to bust your ass to get it. Underneath that is the Fool. Take that first step. That's all Spirit's asking you to do. All right, I'm not going to lay any more cards down because it's getting crowded. So, you have all this beautiful energy on the table right now. You are in the midst of doing something spectacular and potentially something that the people around you cannot possibly fathom how you're doing it. Like, how are you still living? How are you still paying your bills? How are you still in this peaceful state? How the heck are you doing it? Why are you not stressed out? Why are you not whatever, people just don't get it. And you know what? These are the bottom dwellers. I don't know why that term came to me. The bottom dwellers. You were meant for more. And you know what? Everyone has the opportunity to do better for themselves. But as I said earlier, some people just choose not to. And that's their choice. That doesn't mean that you have to fall into that trap either. What other people choose for their lives is their business. And I'm even getting that while you're going through this process, you're probably keeping a lot of stuff quiet because you already know who not to talk to now about certain things. I've had to learn that very well throughout my life too. Sometimes you give away your secrets and you're like, well, I won't tell that person stuff ever again, right? There's some bit of information that you are keeping close to the vest. Good for you. Don't let someone else tarnish these dreams that you have. Because they will. They'll try to step in and be like, you can't do that. You shouldn't do that. try to talk you out of it, try to convince you that something else is better for you. But it's like, hey, guess what? You know what's best for you because you have this internal center, eternal center. It's internal as well, but it's eternal. There's this part of you that already knows what to do here. It's guiding you. It's your beacon of light. And you're not about to allow someone else who hasn't been able to do this tell you how to do this. It's a really silly concept once you break it down like that. It's like, are you going to ask somebody how to build a bookshelf when they themselves have never built a bookshelf? Probably not. I'd rather ask a master builder who's done it 1,000 times because they know what to do. Or maybe someone who's tried to build a bookshelf and failed at it. Like, oh, you did try once. Well, you weren't able to successfully do it, so I don't know if I want to ask you about that, you know. Trust your internal compass. That is the message that's coming through. You are this chariot right now, and you already know your path. What Spirit's trying to call to your attention right now is this choice, the Wheel of Fortune. Are you going to let this difficulty get to you and keep you down? This could be the voice of others. This could be your overthinking. Or are you going to get back up and do the damn thing? Because you are meant for greatness. You are worthy. You are awesome. You are loved. You are protected. Spirit wants you to know all of that about yourself. It's time to get back up, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward. All right, that is your message for today. I just want to thank you all so much for joining me today. I truly appreciate your time and energy exchange. Make sure you fill your own cup up with love before you fill someone else's. Go within so you never go without. And keep in mind that I'm a beacon of light here to help guide you through the darkness. I wish you all a lifetime of happiness, health, wealth, abundance, and so much love. Take care, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.